Just here reading the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's website and their position on media. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. Today we're going to have a very chilled out podcast and we will discuss this website. We'll also discuss Meghan's new podcast. First, let's start with the website, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I have called it an e-heist. They're not working royals. So what are we doing here? I mean, are you crazy? I would even venture to say that unprecedented as it may be, they have been excommunicated from the royal family. And you might say, why is there this tab, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex serving the monarchy? Now, there is this disclaimer to let you know that the website is completely irrelevant. It says this site was established in 2020 and sets out the work streams of Prince Harry and Meghan. What is a work stream? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex prior to their move to the United States. I mean, that just sounds so crass. Their move to the United States, like, do you have no other vocabulary? Could you not have said relocation to the United States? Could you not have said their journey to the United States? Their move? Like, girl. So they basically have no intention of cleaning it up. Editing it, following up. It's intentionally deceptive at this point because it's making people believe that they had good intentions in the royal family. Oh, here she is with the queen. Oh, the one picture with the queen. This picture with this green outfit, with Her Majesty in this green outfit. I mean, get another picture, girl. Oh my goodness, the queen never wanted to be around this woman. There are court orders, there are cease and desist letters that can be sent out to stop them from doing this foolishness. And look at this, all kinds of grammatical errors. This moment is as true a testament there is to the human spirit. Insert as. We know that she's using her coat of arms on this. Harry's not using his, it's just her coat of arms. And I find that really interesting because her coat of arms, the blue background of the shield represents the Pacific Ocean off the California coast. The golden stripes are for the golden state of California. There's a California poppy on it here. The non-California songbird looking rather ferocious. Why not a California Valley quail? It even has that mixed heritage look about it, which Meghan should have been embracing at this time. But no, she had to choose the pure white, lily white dove, or whatever it is. The quill representing the power of the pen, because Meghan will slander you, libel you in books. Now to the coat of arms that Meghan should be using. It's very complex, so I'm going to try to talk it through with you. Boom! Stripper pole. Yeah, that's it. That's the new coat of arms that she should be using. Thank you. It's so poorly written, a lot of it too. I was like very interested in the media bit just because I wanted to see like how they were going to do this heist on the IP address. So we go to the media bit and it's very intriguing to me because this website almost seems to have been set up as a way of explaining how they're on their worldwide privacy tour, but they also want to do media. So they're trying to explain to us that they don't believe in the rota system, the royal rota system. What they're trying to say is that the royal rota system is draconian because it used to have this allegiance to the royal family and they weren't going to say anything bad about the royal family, but now we have all these outlets that they actually list, which I think is a little bit slanderous. The Daily Express, the Daily Mail, I mean, you're in a lawsuit with these people, maybe best not to call out their names and say like, these are the sources that have these engagements with members of the royal family that we are trying to get away from. And so they're saying they are no longer going to participate in the royal rota system, which means they will no longer be needing to engage with these outlets. Well, guess what, girl? You don't have to engage with them. The Daily Mail will certainly still talk about you. And if you hashtag Meghan in the Daily Mail search, it's trending every day. So you don't really have to engage with them. Can I just tell you that? This is not a communist system. You cannot just say what it is. And then on the other side of their mouth, they're saying they do believe in a free media. And then they list their preferred outlets, which are editorial outlets, not news outlets. Okay, there's a difference. Time Magazine, National Geographic, Vogue. These are all editorial magazines. I mean, so they're trying to say that they don't just want to work with the sources that the royal family works with, but it's really just saying that they hate those newspapers because they don't talk nice about them. They're saying that all royal correspondents in the UK present false impressions. So they don't like them either. Not the newspapers, not the correspondents. And then it says, what is their stance on media, the Duke and Duchess? The Duke and Duchess believe in free, strong, and open media industry, that's contradicting everything else you just said there. Will they continue to have social media? Yes, the Duke and Duchess will continue to have social media. I didn't know they had a social media platform. I thought that was kind of just waiting in the wings to launch that. They're going to see that when they have a social media platform, it's going to be a lot more brutal than the English press could ever have been for them. I know as a creator. And I don't think that is anything that Meghan Markle could ever handle. Her skin is too thin. Well, here we go. Prince Harry and Meghan hit back after criticism of their Sussex launch and family rebrand, defiantly insisting they will not be broken. The couple, who have been embroiled in a series of controversies this week, issued an extraordinary statement this evening. They have come under fire in recent days over their new Sussex website, in particular Meghan's coat of arms, which critics claim is a breach of their promise to the late Queen Elizabeth when they acrimoniously quit frontline royal duties. And their decision to change the children Archie and Lilibet's surnames to Sussex has also raised eyebrows among royal watchers. Sources say the couple did not consult palace officials about using their Sussex titles. Furthermore, a source told The Times that Prince Archie IV and Princess Lilibet II have been known as Archie Sussex and Lilibet Sussex rather than Mountbatten Windsor. What? Why for? Is this happening? A source close to the couple defended their use of the royal titles, saying Prince Harry and Meghan are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That is, in fact, their surname and family name. I think the other thing about her is that she lies, and that's what's really upsetting me. By giving her this new platform, this new website, we're going to get into the podcast now as well, it's just giving her the opportunity to tell more lies. So we cancel people all the time. Can we just cancel her now? Okay, here we go. So let's look at the podcast information. Meghan Markle strikes new podcast deal with Lemonada Media. The deal includes a new podcast by the Duchess of Sussex, as well as distribution of the first season of Markle's podcast, Archetypes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Leilani of Barbados, to do a review of... Nothing. I've already done the review. Sorry. I was so excited thinking that this was a new podcast that I would actually get to review, not realizing that she's redistributing. She's doing reruns on Archetypes, which was terrible. Archetypes was so terrible because, let me tell you all the things why it was so terrible. Because it's almost like the people don't know. Archetypes is terrible because Meghan Markle talked only about herself. She did not give her guests a chance to talk. A lot of them were big celebrities who are used to doing interviews. Or when they did talk, she clipped them. So she jump cutted them throughout the interview, where they are just taken out of context and edited out like their whole sentence. So it would only be part of the sentence when they had something good to say. She breathed like this. Oh, yeah. Well, and it was gross. And then on top of that, she told a lot of lies. So she recreated history and made up stuff and sounded extremely insane. And it was cringe, but it was also unsettling. It was unlistenable, to tell you the truth. But I did listen to it and I did give my reviews on it and I survived. I don't know how. And I'm here to try again. But Meghan's too lazy. She doesn't want to do that. This Lemonada is just going to do reruns of her podcast. But have no fear. It says here that she is also planning on launching a dynamic new podcast, and she's so eager to be able to share it soon and is overjoyed to be joining the Lemonada family. Now, let me explain to you this thing about podcasting and Lemonada. These big umbrella companies are scam artists usually. So that's why you're probably not hearing that Meghan Markle has a $10 million deal or $20 million deal or anything like that this time. Because Lemonada and companies that own really these podcasts, what they do is they promise the podcasters money based on ads. So ad deals. So what has been coming out recently, especially on YouTube, is that these really big comedians that have podcasts, they get these umbrella companies to handle it for them. And then the umbrella company says, okay, I have an ad deal for you. So then when it's time to get the money, they're like, where's my ad money? And then the umbrella company is like, well, it's actually rolled over into the next year. So we have to keep doing the promotions, like having the products behind them. They'd have like energy drinks behind them or whatever it was. And all this time, the umbrella company is spending their money and saying it's rolling over, but they never see the money. The fact that Meghan has had to go to an umbrella company just tells you that nobody else is willing to give her any more autonomy. She's not getting deals. So they're probably going to use her and she will probably get stolen from. Okay, that's that. In the event that that's fine with her, because she doesn't have any other options, here's some advice. Meghan Markle cannot do a solo podcast. We know this. I think the best thing for her to do is have a partnership with Prince Harry. People were able to glaze him up on stage with the NFL player that was like, it's a prince!
Prince freaking Harry. Man, I'm in shock. That's Prince Harry.
America's you must have been a bit embarrassed at that behavior. But anyway, get some of those guys that are going to glaze him up. Have him as a principal podcaster and her as a wife that sits back and just giggles. If you think of Howard Stern and Robin, like let her be a Robin. I know Robin was not Howard Stern's wife. I'm just saying, let her be that person.
That's what I love when you do that. It kills me.
He was dry, and then he does, and he licks, he goes like this.
See, the thing that sucks about the story for me, Howard, is whenever you tell the story...
Everything?
That would work because his take on things, his questions and his comments, I would be more interested in hearing than her lies. I know you guys are thinking, yeah, right. Can you see Meghan just being a background person? If you can't do that, second choice, to get several co-hosts, which is the normal way that a podcast is run, is that you have 2 or 3 hosts. Get those people to bounce opinions off of her. Make it a casual setting, on a couch. Oh, by the way, my main grievance with podcasts, I ain't listening to no Meghan Markle on the phone. I need audio and visual. A podcast where you cannot see is like a phone conversation. That's not entertainment. When people are talking about something, I want to look at them and see their expression. If they're going to show something, they could use B-roll and show what they're talking about. So have like 3 people on a couch bouncing ideas off of each other. That way, Meghan gets checked and she's not able to have free reign, talk over people, cut off people. Oh, by the way, one of those hosts should have a mic switch, which is a cut switch, so they can just cut off her mic whenever she goes too far on, and then they can keep talking amongst themselves. This is the best way this can work. I mean, let's have a party where Meghan is kind of drowned out. Anyway, that is my advice for today. I just find it interesting that she did the e-heist whilst at the same time she's getting e-heist by this podcast company. So the last thing I didn't really want to talk about was them going to Canada for the Invictus PR campaign there. All I can say about that is I've never seen somebody look so unfresh in white, okay? Everything she does just cringes. She looks very tired and very stale in white. Also, I'm always expecting her to just grab the wrong person's hand thinking it's Harry because she has to keep touching him. The fact that they're being followed by cameras is no surprise to anyone. They are obviously collecting footage so that when they do the Invictus games again, they will have that B-roll and stuff. I did think it was great that Harry was doing his thing in the ski mechanism that he was using. I thought the camera should have been more on him instead of having Meghan in the middle of the frame, but other than that, I didn't have very much to say about it. Anyway, lots of love to you, and if you did like this solo podcast, please give a thumbs up. It is one of the hardest things to do, is a solo podcast where you talk to a camera. But I must say it is much easier when I know I have my community out there and I can go in the comments and talk to you afterwards. So let's have a chat in the comments. Like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to be part of this solo podcast. You're my guest. Okay. I love you so much and thank you. Bye.